My name is Shai Zakhaim.
我的名字是 Shai
And
Zakhaim。
I'm the CEO of the global sales of USGFX.
我是 USG 全球业务部门的 CEO。
First of all, I want to welcome all of you coming here today.
首先，我想要欢迎大家莅临 USG，
And thank you for spending the time
谢谢大家花时间在这
to come to see our offices
来参
here
观、来拜访我们在这的办公室，
and having that time with us.
然后花时间跟我们在一起。
Today we're going to speak about why Australia FX Company.
今天我们会有一些议程，然后会讲几个要点，会从为何选择澳大利亚外汇交易商开始，
How you need to get a license
如何取得执照，
under the regulation,
在监管之下取得执照，
the ongoing compliance you need to do
我们持续性的合规，我们要如何维持？
to maintain the license,
我们要如何维持
From ASIC
我们的执照？
our banking systems and the Commonwealth Bank,
我们
our
的澳
bank.
洲银行系统以及澳洲联邦银行，
The most important
重
part
要的一点是
is client money
客户资金，
and how we have very strict rules
以及我们有多严格的规
around
定。
around the client money
在客户资金这个部分，我们有多严格的规定，
and the daily reconciliation and report
以及每日核账的报表，
that we are obligated to do.
我们公司有义务去执行的每日核账。
And in the end, we'll have a conclusion.
最后我们会有一个小小的总结。
Okay, so welcome to Australia, everybody.
欢迎大家来到澳大利亚。
We are here,
我
somewhere
们
here.
在那边某一个地方。
Okay, Sydney.
悉尼
Why the Australian FX market and financial market become very strong and big in the last 5 years all over Asia Pacific?
为何澳洲的金融市场以及澳洲市场，它成为亚太地区首屈一指的市场？
First of all, Australia has a stable politically environment.
首先，澳洲有非常稳定的政治环境。
Australia is a democratic country
澳洲是一个民主的社会，
with a very strong government
有非常坚固的政府
and federal laws.
以及联邦律法。
That basically means that every citizen is equal
意味着每一个市民都是平等的。
and we cannot have a situation that tomorrow there's a new prime minister that decide that all the financial services money belongs to the country, for example.
举例来说好了，我们不会有这种以下情况发生。今天澳洲政府就宣布说，澳洲所有外汇商的客户资金全部归收政府所有，这种状况是不会发生的。
We have good banking systems,
我们有非常健全的银行系统，
including the biggest banks in the world,
包含世界等级的银行，
such as HSBC,
比如说汇丰银行，
Citibank,
还有花旗银行，
and more international banks.
以及其他国际级的银行，
There is rules around trust accounts
以及还有关于信托账户的相关规定，
in the banks.
及在银行内部关于信托账户的相关规定。
There is a very strong regulator
我有非常强大的监管机构，
that called ASIC,
称作澳洲证券投资委员会，简称 ASIC。
and if you want to deliver financial products,
如果你想要提供金融服务的产品，
you must have an AFSL license
你必须要能够有 AFSL 的执照，就是澳洲金融服务证照，
from ASIC.
从这个澳洲的监管单位取得。
How you get that license from ASIC?
我们如何从澳洲证券委员会那里得到我们的执照呢？
First of all, it's a very long process.
首先，这个过程非常的冗长，
Today it takes between 12
现在有可能
to 18 months.
需要12到18个月才能够得到这个执照。
Then every license
每个持照人
has to have a responsible manager.
都必须要有责任经理人，
It's a special entity,
它是一个特殊的实体，
an external person, professional
外
person,
部的专业人士，
needs to be approved and certified by ASIC.
需要由澳洲证券委员会去批准，然后去通过。
That his job is to monitor all the trading and clients' money.
他们的职责就是监控外汇公司的交易以及客户的资金。
Some companies even need 2 responsible managers.
有一些外汇公司甚至需要一个以上的责任经理人。
USG has 2 responsible managers
USG 拥有2个责任经理人，
because we are a big company.
因为我们是一个大型公司。
And our 2 responsible managers are one of the most professional people in the Australian FX market.
我们的责任经理人在澳洲的外汇市场上都是很有名声的人，
Both have more than 20 years experience
他们各自都有20年以上的资历，
in trading.
在交易上。
Not only in Australia, also in different countries such as
不只
USA,
是在澳洲而已，比如说在美国，他们也有相关的资历，
Hong Kong and London.
香港以及伦敦，他们都有相关资历。
I'm as well as certified responsible manager.
我本身也是有合资格的责任经理人，
But my role in the company is different.
但是我在公司里面的角色是比较不一样的。
Under every license, AFSL license holder
每个金融服务执照持有公司
must have annual accounting reports
都必须要有年度的会计财务报表，
signed off by an external accountant
这些财务报表都需要由外部的审计师签合。
that comes and check all the accounts, expenses, bank accounts, and everything before he signs.
这个外部的审计师，他都在他签合所有的文件、财务报表之前，他必须要审核所有的银行资金、财务报表，然后所有每日的一些公司营运的财务记录。
Every AFSL holder
每一位澳洲执照持有金融执照持有人，所有公司都必须要有这个专业赔偿保险。
must have PI insurance.
专业赔偿保险，
That's a very big insurance, starting from $40-50 million
这个
insurance
是非常大的保额，大概都要4-5千万以上，
to cover all company risk.
去涵盖住所有公司可能会发生的风险。
Every company has to have a CFO
每一个公司都必须要有它本身的财务总长，
internal accountant that
内部的
supervise all
会计师，
funds and
监
transactions.
控和主管所有的交易转账啊，交易还有财务，
Under the strict regulation,
在严格的规定之下，
companies must have at least minimum 2 accounts.
公司必须要最少要有2个账户，信托账户，
One company account
一个是公司的自己本身资
for the
金，
company money,
只适用于公司资金，
and the minimum cash in that account needs to be $1 million.
在公司资金账户里面需要维持至少110万以上的资金。
And the second one is a trust account
第2个是信托账户，
that's holding clients' money.
这是持有客户的资金。
This is a regulatory guide from ASIC
这个是澳洲证券委员会的合规指南之一，
to show you that all the rules are very strict and very specified.
这在告诉持照公司说，所有该遵守的义务是多么的严格，以及是多么的严格。
As you can see,
如你所见的，
the law says that we must comply with all the obligations
法律说我们必须要符合所有一般的规定，
under the AFSL
在所有澳洲金融服务执照的规定，
on an ongoing basis.
必须是持续性的遵守。
If ASIC has reason to believe we are not complying with the obligations,
如果澳洲证券委员会有理由相信说我们这个持照公司并未遵守这些义务的话，
they can take administrative action,
他们可能会采取一些行政的行动，
even up to canceling our license.
即使甚至是可以取消我们的执照。
How basically ASIC monitor our operation?
基本上这个是在说，澳洲证券委员会如何监管我们的每日的营运。
We are obligated to send proofs of everything we do to the regulator.
我们必须将我们做的每一件事情都寄送报告给我们的澳洲证券委员会。
ASIC surveillance includes us reporting to ASIC on a daily basis
我们每日都需要呈报该呈报的东西给澳洲证券委员会。
and if they have any reason to believe
如果他们有任何理由相信持照公司
that we do anything wrong,
持照公司有做任何异常的行为，或者
They have-
任何不正确的行为，
they have teams of investigators,
他们有调
lawyers
查
and
的团队
accountants
也有法律团队，还有会计师团队
to check up.
会来公司调查。
Every year
每年
we must send ASIC an annual audit signed with an external auditor
我们都必须要把外部审计师签合的财务报表、年度审计报表寄送给澳洲证券委员会。
As I explained before, he checks everything.
如果之前告诉大家的，他们检查所有的事情。
And if he do not sign on the reports,
如果审计师没有签合这些审计报告，
we are not allowed to continue business.
我们就不被允许继续我们的业务。
Every issue out of the ordinary
任何有异常的状况，
must to be reported
都必须被呈报
immediately
立即呈报给澳洲证券投资委员会。
to ASIC. We also need to follow the Australian Corporate Act.
持照公司也必须要符合澳洲的公司法，
That's the law for all Australian companies.
这是规范所有澳洲公司的法则。
And as you can see, there are heavy penalties for the non-compliance.
你也可以看得到，它有简报上面有写，我们有可能会被罚很重的罚款。
We also, every company has to have directors,
每个公司都必须要有董事，
and the directors' obligations
董事的责任是，
are like personal guarantee
就像个人在做保证，
on the operation.
个人对营运上面做保证。
Our local Australian director
我们的当地董事
is also one of very experienced professional FX people in the market in Australia.
我们当地董事他在澳洲外汇市场上也非常的有声望，而且是一个经验非常丰富的董事。
And every month
每个月
we have a meeting with all accountants
我们
and
都会
directors
和会计师以及我们的董事一起开财务会议，
and CEO
以及我们执行长
to go over and monitor all accounts,
浏览及
Expenses
检视所有的账目，还有开销、
client trading,
客户的交易，
and all aspects.
还有所有其他的各方面。
As you can see here, this is the same regulatory guide
这个也是合规指南的一部分。
we see before,
我们之前也有秀给大家看
and，you can see that it's saying that it
他
is
说
not
到
enough
只有建档不够，
just to do documents.
只有建档文件，你只有文件是不够的，
You also must fully implement them into the operation.
你必须要在每日的营运上都要实施这些措施，
And integrate them into the day-to-day conduct of your business.
每一天都必须要完全的实施在业务营运上面整合这些措施，然后实施它。
So meaning it's not enough to write a policy and just have a paper.
就是我们只有把政策写下来，然后放在一张纸上面，这样是不够的。
You actually need to monitor
你必须要实际上的去
And see
监看
that all is under the rules.
和检查是否所有的营运都是按照这些我们自己规范的措施走。
And we also must have in place a risk management systems.
我们也必须要有风险管理系统。
That basically, that means
这个意味着
that we must have a plan for everything that can go wrong
如
in the
果
business.
我们必须要有一个备份的计划，就是如果我们的营运上面出什么错，我们必须要有一个风险管理的备份计划来支持这个
Handle any accident that happens.
就如果我们有一些意外状况发生，我们就需要启用风险管理系统。
Australian banking system
澳洲的银行系统
is one of the biggest in the Asia Pacific area,
在亚太地区是首屈一指的。
and there are 5 top banks in Australia.
在澳洲有5大银行，
One of the biggest bank
最大的其中之一最大的
is the Commonwealth Bank of
就是澳
Australia.
洲联邦银行。
Commonwealth Bank of Australia. This is our bank,
这
yeah?
是我们使用的
The
银行，
bank that USG use,
这是 USG 使
where
用的银
all
行
the。clients' money and company money sit.
所有的公司资金、客户资金都是存在这个银行里。
This bank has Moody's credit rate
在穆迪投资信用等级上，
of AA2.
它有双 A 等级，
This is one of the 3 top rating.
这是3个最高的等级。
Standard & Poor S&P rate A rating,
以及标准普尔评比，
very big rating.
A 级是很高的，这是一个很大的评比。
That actually means,
这意味着，
in simple words,
用简单的话来说，
that the risk that that bank will go bankruptcy
这个银行会破产的几率
is almost zero
几乎是等于零，
because the credit rate is very high.
因为他们的信用评比非常高。
Is international bank, he has charts in other countries as well.
它澳洲联邦银行也是国际性的银行，它在其他国家里面也有其他的分行。
And at the beginning,
在最初的时候，
it was actually owned by the government of Australia.
这个银行原本是由澳洲政府所拥有，
So that makes it one of the Australia's longest serving bank.
这使它成为澳
Oldest.
洲提供服务，它是历史最悠久的银行之一。
Of course, such a big bank also have trust accounts.
当然，像这样子的银行一定会有
As a
信托账户的
service.
申请。
Most important part,
最重要的一个部分，
client money.
客户资金。
The client money under the Corporated Act
在公司
Of
法的规
Australia.
定之下，在澳洲公司法的规定之下，
say that all client money must be deposited into the Australian bank account
所有的客户资金都必须存入澳洲银行的澳洲银行的信托账户里。
in 24 hours from the second of the deposit made by the client.
在客户做的入金的那1秒之后，24小时之内，一定要存入信托账户里，一定要进到信托账户里。
It also says that we have to have a segregated trust account.
他有说到我们必须要有一个分离的信托账户。
That means that the account, the client, the funds in the account belongs to the client,
意味
not
着
to the company.
客户账户里面的客户资金是属于客户所有的，跟不是属于公司所拥有。
The money is locked in that bank account.
钱几乎是锁在那个银行账户里的。
That means we cannot move any fund, even $1.
意思是我们不能动用这些钱，就是一分一毫都不能。
From the account without a direct order from the client.
如果没有客户的指令或者是要求，公司是不得动用这些客户资金的。
Now, this bank account is protected in liquidation.
这个账户是受破产保护。
That means if tomorrow USG is closed,
意思是如果明天USG 关门大吉，
the client's money is sitting in that bank and nobody can touch it.
在银行里面信托账户里面的那个客户资金是没有人可以去动到，
And it will be returned to the clients.
会被退还给客户。
Company cannot use
公司不禁止动用，
that bank account.
不得使用该客户资金账户。
And as I said before, the company has its own account,
我之前有说到的，公司有公司自己的账户，
and all expenses
所有的开销支出
paid out of the company's account.
都是由公司自己的银行账户做支出。
As you see, there is a special guide from the regulator only about clients' money.
您在这里可以看得到，澳洲证券委员会它特别设立了一个关于买卖境外衍生商品客户资金的合规指南。
The guide says
这个指南说到，
permitted use of and withdrawals from client money accounts
就是允许使用跟提领客户资金账户里面的资金的情况有下面这几个。
an AFSL license holder, like USG,
持照公司就比如说像 USG，
may make payments out of the client money account
得以从客户资金账户里进行支出的情况有下列这几项。
only if
只有在客户
there is a written direction of the person entitled to the money, meaning the client,
享有此资金权限的人意指就是客户，只有在客户他出了书面指示的时候，
so only when the client log in into the website
只有当客户他登
and
录
make a
我们的
withdrawal
网站，
request,
然后要求说做了一个出金的要求，
you can move the money out of the account
这
to
样
the
公
client.
司才能从客户资金账户里面将钱提领出来，然后寄送到客户的本身自己的银行。
And ASIC is actually doing checkups on that.
澳洲证券委员会，它就是基本上就是按着那个交易的记录去做检查。
And they take the bank statement and want to see every written order withdraw from the client for every transaction in the bank.
澳洲证券委员会它会要求 USG 提供银行的账户报表，然后一笔一笔的做审核。
And also, what is a client money account?
何为客户资金账户呢？
Client money belong to the client, held by trust
客户资金属于客户端，
in the benefits of the clients.
是我们这些持照公司为该客户的利益用信托方式去持有的。
The trust continues
信托仍然将继续持续下去。
even if the licensee
即使持照公司持照人的执照
stop
被停止，
working.
就是被停止了。
Client money
客户资金
is not capable of being attached
就不能被扣押，
or taken
就是按其他用其他方式按法律执行令去履行。
without the suit of a person who is otherwise entitled to the money.
除非说他就是客户他在我们跟客户在进行诉讼的这种状况之下，
So it belongs entirely to to the clients.
这是完全的归属客户所有。
How we basically report to ASIC
我们如何呈报？我们是用什么方式去呈报给澳洲证券委员会的呢？
and monitor the business.
以及监管我们的业务。
Every day,
每天，
our accountant
我们的会计师
take reports from
就会从信托账户里面列出这些财务报表。
the trust account, the bank account, the companies,
公司
Personal bank
的银行账户，
and the MT4 accounts.
还有 MT4 的平台账户，他们都会我们的会计师都会从这些账户里面把记录列出来。
And then there is a report that compare all the money that needs to be in the MT4
然后我
account
们会有一个报表是能够核对所有在 MT4 平台里面的这些账户，
must be equal to the money in the trust account.
在MT4 平台账户里面的净值必须要相等于在在我们客户信托账户里面的资金。
And above that, the company must have in its own account over $1 million.
除此之外，在公司的银行账户里，必须要拥有110万以上的现金流动资产，
to make sure the company be able to pay all profits and expenses.
确保说公司有这个能力可以支付所有的获利以及所有的开销。
For conclusion,
我们来到结尾，
the Australian FX market become the biggest market in the Asia Pacific area
澳洲外汇市场是在亚太地区成为亚太地区市场首屈一指，
because of the safe environment,
因为它有一个非常安全的环境，
politically and regulatory,
在监管上以及政治上都非常安全，
under strict rules and compliance,
在非常严格的规定以及监管之下，
because of strict rules of the security of the funds,
因为在这么严格的监管之下，资金的安全性，资金有非常高的安全性，
and because of the reporting systems and the monitoring system of the
还有
regulator,
我们澳洲监管机构的呈报机制以及所有的监管机制，
on the companies.
在对公司上的这些要求的呈报啦，要求要监管的东西，
Because we are handling people money,
因为我们处理的是客户的资金，
and that's very important because people are working and saving money,
这是非常重要的，因为客户他会工作
and
然
their
后
money
会
needs to be
存取
safe.
资金，那客户的资金一定必须要是安全的。
We are working under very strict regulations,
我们是在一个非常严格的监管机制下去运作的，
and obligations
以及严格的义务之下，
to guard the clients.
来保护客户的权利。
Thank you.
谢谢各位，
That's all for the presentation.
这
Thank
是
you.
我今天的介绍。